Blessings, everyone. Blessings, everyone. God and protection. I just want to talk about this one thing that bothered me. Like, all my life, I've been wondering, like I told people before, at the age of 17, the Father blessed me to give me the chance to be able to travel to a few countries, and I've been there and seen my people at all times suffering the lowest position, which always have me wondering and thinking that why my people are always suffering. First, in my history, they told us that we came from Africa and we were just in Africa living in jungles and running around, and we came into slavery, and that's pretty much what they taught us about our history. Now as time go by and linking in with the Rastafari, when the Rastafari show me, said, nah man, we were great kings and queens of Africa. We had empires, and we had technology, and we had all this stuff, mathematics and writings, and we knew all this stuff. And when I saw and I'm saying to myself, wow, if we were so mighty people, how did we fall? I know I think all black people think this, especially the ones today who got the truth, learn the truth now about themselves, that we were the Egyptians, we were the Babylonians, we were the Israelites who were living in Israel at the time. And when I say we, I mean people of color. That we were these people because we weren't told about these great things that we used to do or have. And brings me down to this major point where I'm saying, what could cause, why is it that we at the bottom like this? And I even used already like a point that said, if somebody was rich, having millions of dollars, and you know this person having several houses and cars and money, and you went away for 5 years, come back and see this person homeless, you would ask this person, what happened? You had all these riches and all these fame, what caused you to be so poor now and to be homeless? I'm sure this person would have to have some explanation, or unless he has something to hide. So just looking at that and say, okay, what could have we done to suffer the way we suffer? Now, this is a prime example, and I want all the brothers and sisters to listen to what I'm saying, because these things are what the Father showed me sometimes, okay? Right now, the people that were in control of the earth right now, destroying the sky, and destroying the earth, and destroying the sea, and destroying the air, and destroying the animals, and destroying the human beings on the planet, right? And everyone is saying, they can't wait for these people to fall, and Babylon must fall. We even have a couple songs that we made about Babylon must fall and stuff like those. And the reason why everyone is saying that they want Babylon to fall is because they think Babylon is not doing a good job. We're treating the people fair with equality, rights, justice, taking care of the poor, making sure that the people who are homeless have a place to sleep, and the naked have clothes to wear, and stop all the wars and bombing. So everybody's saying that they want Babylon to fall. Let's put this to pass though. Just say Babylon came to pass, and a new generation came along, and they see all these great buildings that we have, and the cars and planes, and they're gonna ask a question: what happened to these people? They used to have all this technology and all this stuff. What happened to them today? So that's what I'm saying to my brothers and my sisters today, who are now finding out that the Egyptians are the African, the Babylonians were the Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? The children of Israel are the ones who were sent into slavery. The poor people who are in Brazil and all these countries are brought to America and Jamaica, who are the true children of Israel. Now we find these things. We have to come to the conclusion and ask ourselves, why did we fall? And like I'm saying, if we're going to look at a nation today doing wrong, and people beating drums and say Babylon kingdom must fall, could it be that we were doing the same thing that these people are doing today, and that's why we probably fell? And another nation that came should have probably took notice of what happened to our family. Then I'm saying that we did the same thing and fall, and if they do this, they should fall. That's the key. I tell people this, say, when these guys went into Egypt and chip off the nose off the statues and them stuff in Egypt, it's not to let you know that they wasn't trying not to let you know that it was black people living there. That wasn't just it. It's the fact that if they tell us that from slavery, right, that this is your guys' empire, like I said, people would ask the question, what happened? So if we were so great, we will fall. So if black people find out that they were the Egyptians and the Babylonians, the next question that they're going to ask is, so what happened? And when you start asking questions about what happened, then you're going to find answers, because the Most High says, ask and it shall be given. You understand? Search and it shall be given. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so what if they find out that, okay, that they were the Egyptians, they were the Babylonians, the question is going to be, what happened? And when people start asking questions, then they're going to find answers, because the Most High says, ask and it shall be given. You understand? So they're really trying not to let you guys know, us know who we were, because as I'm saying, if we know who we were, then we'll realize that it had to be something that we done to fall. Because come to think of it, the black man is the aborigine of the earth. And all the empires of the earth have to be ruled by a black man. The black man was the first. And I'm not saying it's because I'm black. It's just common sense. Right? And we are all suffering to the four corners of the earth today. So now that people finding out these stuff, what they're doing now, and this is a trick, you know. Because the devil waited until the last days when the Most High Creator was going to reveal the truth to the people. So they saved the best for last, right? So now, when my people are finding out that we were the Egyptians, and Egypt is the greatest empire that they can go back on, because Nimrod, he didn't finish his kingdom. The Most High tore it down. He tried to build the tower to go out of space. The rocket launched him to go out of space, and the Most High stopped them and destroyed the city, right? So he didn't finish his kingdom. You understand? So Egypt really carry out that kingdom to the fullest. You understand? And now that my brothers and sisters are finding out that they are the Egyptians, a lot of the signs and symbols belong to them. They just running back into it, taking it, walking around and parade with it, showing up. It's good to know that we weren't just jungle monkeys. It's good to find that out. That is very good. I think that it's very good to find out who we are, what we were, because our people are destroyed today. We are the lowest. And the thought that we think that we were just jungle monkeys running up in the jungle in Africa, it kind of destroy our mentality. Like, we have never been nothing, and we're not going to be anything. So I'm for that they're finding out these truth about themselves, right? But I don't see too many people asking the questions, what happened? Because for me, I want to know what happened to my people. You know, I'm not gonna run back out there, take up some signs and some symbols because they're going to show that, you know what I'm saying, this is our people, stuff that they used to use in the ancient days, but until I can find out what happened to my people, right? The Bible tells us what happened to the children of Israel. The Bible tells us what happened to the Egyptians and all the other nations before. It's because people don't read these other books. They refuse to look in there. I 100% believe and know that my ancestors, not just my forefathers, from my genetic bloodline, I mean from the earth family, the early earth family of the earth. I knew that we had great technology. We were figuring out, we had astronomy, we had all these great things. I knew we had these things. We had a beginner and we had to be the teachers of life. So of course we're going to have this knowledge. But I'm telling you, just like all these nations today is going too far, we were going too far. And pretty much these people, they only finished what we started. And if this is a direction that they're going in, then that should tell us that that's a direction that we were going in. And that's why God set us back. All this suffering that we're going through the earth is to bring us back to the Father, you know. It's so that we would ask ourselves, why? That big question, why my people suffer like this? I mean, when we start searching for that why, then we will come and get the answer. And when we realize what we did, we will fix it. You understand? But Babylon don't want us to fix the problem, so that's why they don't want us to know who we were. You understand? And then the only book that I come across that's telling my people how we fell, why we at this state, and how long we're going to be at this state for, it's the Bible. And now the brothers and most of the brothers and sisters who are finding out this new knowledge about Egypt are turning away from the Bible. You understand? And I'm not saying that you have to be a Christian, you know. Just read the history, because there's a history in the book, you know. There's a genealogy of all the nations of the earth. There's curse and blessings in the book. There's wars and happiness in the book. It's a history book. Read it. And then look and then try to think to yourself, say, okay, this, because I'm saying, how can you read a book that's telling you that you people were great, had power, but the mistake you made was turn against God? And you see it in the book. It's in there. And most of these guys who are teaching Egyptology and all this stuff, they always go against the Bible. So obviously you're reading the Bible. And the Bible is telling you that this is what makes you fall. Why are you ignoring it? My brothers and sisters, it have to be something that we were doing wrong. It's the same way it happened in our life. If you do good, good will follow you. If you do evil to people, evil will follow you. You play unfair, it will come back to you 10 times fold. We see this all the time. So why are you going to see a whole nation of black people fall on the four corners of the earth and can't get it in your brain, in our brain, that we did something in the sight of God? We went off. You know how men are already today. You see how them operate today on the earth. As soon as they start making little money, they start to thinking they're the boss and they're big and people start calling them father. Just check that thing. That's what happened to our forefathers, man. We fell. Read the Bible, man, my brothers and sisters. And don't let Babylon fool us, my brother. Babylon didn't change our name to English name because they didn't want us to know that we're African. They told us in the schools that we're African, but yet still they change our name. Common sense. That's not what they're trying to hide. They don't want us to know how we fell as a people so we can get ourselves back together. And that's the key. So if we don't know how we fall, we never rise. And if there's a book that's telling you that this is what caused you to fall and you're ignoring it, then the redemption is blinded. So, one love and blessings to the four corners of the earth. Hope the video makes sense. Driving, thinking at the same time, but it's a blessing. So, one love to all people, alright? Alright, blessings. They want Babylon to fall. It's because they think Babylon is not doing a good job, not that the signs and symbols belong to them. They're just running back into it.